Hey traders, this is a quick follow-up to my weekend video the week ahead. We obviously had a giant gap up this morning, and that completely caught me off guard. And so I want to talk quickly about two things. One, how did I miss that? And two, my new simple statement for the week, which is the massive gap up has daily uptrend confirming, and hourly uptrends are now our guide. So I'll show you what I mean. First of all, I don't know why it was so hard for me to imagine just continuing upwards, because if you just grab one of the tools here in TradingView, like this one, and look at the pivots on the way down, I'm just going to draw them on here. Okay, there's a pivot high. This is the pivot low. We got basically a high, low, and then we were here. This pivot would go there. Okay, so really simple. That's what we were looking at when I made the weekend video. Make this a little thicker so we can see it better. Maybe there. Okay. So there was our downtrend, and then a big move up, which gave, and it retraced most of the prior move, which gave us the highest likelihood would be a higher low, which we got here. And then here's the confirmation of the higher low, another quick higher low, and then pushing upwards. So yes, we had resistance here. Yes, there was all kinds of balance over here. But why would I think anything else was going to happen? Why couldn't you just continue to the upside? Obviously, if I zoom down to a lower time frame, let's go to like hourly, and we were in this big range here. I'm just going to clean up this chart a little bit, just make it very simple. So we were in a big range here from this higher low, where it was a lot of sideways, and there was no clear hourly uptrend, right? We're just sort of consolidating, and I knew that we were consolidating. And I even talked about, if we break out of this balance, you need to be cautious that we don't reverse. And if we do, we could test the other end, or vice versa, from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top. And we didn't get a clear daily high or low beyond this one here. And so I don't know why I just imagined that we would continue sideways. But I also mentioned that it is a headline-driven market, and anything can happen. So of course it can continue to the upside. What could I have traded something in here to get me into that move? Maybe it would probably be back here. If I was lucky enough to get into this and hold it, that would have been my best bet. I think I did actually catch that higher low on a couple of names, but I sold into these highs here and then was not in for the rest of the ride. So can't really complain too much about that. I made my own mistakes there. But I certainly don't feel like chasing up here. I'm waiting now for, I'm either going to be doing intraday trades that I don't have high conviction in, or I'm waiting for extension like we got here. But this is showing us that this is a pretty bullish market right now, at least. And so I don't know when we're going to get anything like this again, but that is really what I'm looking for my next big trade, is a pull in, and ideally holding some of these trends, because we are in a daily uptrend right now. Bulls are in control. You got to be scouting those higher lows when you can get them, until something changes. But the trend is your friend, so stick with it. And I think a lot of people might feel a little bit silly right now that they're not in this. I certainly do, but that's not going to make me chase. I'm still just going to wait for a good setup. Okay, so I wanted to just get that out there really quickly. Have a great week. Hey everybody, if you like this channel and you like the indicators that I provide on TradingView, please remember to like and subscribe.